Welcome back to Showtime Farms. Today we're sharing the third video in our Ultimate Barn Tour series. In videos 1 and 2, we showed you around the farm, showcasing our amenities and the standards that set us apart. For our final video, we thought what better way to show you what it's like here than to take you through a day in the life of one of our horses and give you a personal glimpse of what outsiders don't get to see. So let's get started. It's 5:30 in the morning, and although chores officially start at 6, the team arrives early. Antonio lives on site, so he's first on the scene. He begins by loading up the hay for the morning. It's rain or shine here at the farm, and chores start before sunrise. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The lights turn on and the day begins for Weber, who is finishing his hay from the night before. Eyes bright, he looks for signs that breakfast is coming down the aisle. And he's right. Weber is 31 years old, and he is the oldest horse here at Showtime. As the morning feed makes its way down the aisle, Weber patiently waits his turn. Feed times are consistent here at Showtime. The horses here have access to hay 24/7, and Weber is no exception. Weber has been in our care for the last 15 years. His owner is a professional horse trainer and has trusted Showtime with his daily care. Although Weber is retired, he has a specific daily routine tailored to his needs. Weber begins his day with a tailored breakfast. At his age, nutrition is everything. His diet consists of free choice hay and a feed specifically designed for the nutritional needs of senior horses. Keeping proper weight on a senior horse can be particularly challenging, as by the time a horse reaches senior status, much of their teeth's surface has been eroded away. It is not uncommon for decay and injury to result in missing teeth, and Weber is no exception. He has no top teeth left at all. Surprisingly, even when horses lose their front teeth, they adapt and are still able to eat and graze. However, a good portion of Weber's calories for the day come from this senior feed. Older horses are at higher risk of choking because they don't have the same bite as a younger horse, so he is closely monitored for any signs of distress while eating. While Weber eats his breakfast, stall cleaning begins. Stalls are cleaned every morning, 7 days a week, including holidays, year-round, no exceptions. Keeping the barn clean is paramount for the health of our horses. Stalls are picked in the same order each morning and with the same staff. Weber is relaxed and comfortable, knowing he will see the same familiar people cleaning his stall, and because the team works with the same horses daily, they know what is normal for Weber in terms of eating, drinking, and yes, even the amount of manure in his stall. They know and notice if something is even a little off and bring it to the manager's attention. With horses, a good practice of observation and paying attention is key to keeping them healthy and safe. After stalls are cleaned, fresh pine bedding is added every day. Pine has antibacterial properties and holds a unique capacity to eliminate harmful bacteria, including E. coli. Studies show pine has significantly less bacterial growth than other bedding materials, which is why it is our first choice here at Showtime. With breakfast complete, next, Weber has an appointment with the horseshoer. He looks forward to this appointment as he has had the same horseshoer for the last 15 years. Weber's owner knows the value of consistency and sticking with the same experienced professional that knows Weber's history as well as what would be considered normal or abnormal when it comes to Weber's feet. This is extremely valuable. Not only does Weber trust and know what to expect, but this also avoids unnecessary changes when it comes to Weber's hoof care and ensures that when something is of concern, corrections can be made before things get worse. Weber has shoes on his front feet for added support and comfort, but all 4 feet will get trimmed today. Weber's horseshoers work with care and compassion, fully understanding the limitations of a senior horse. They work within Weber's comfortable range of motion, as well as allowing frequent breaks as needed to ensure Weber is always comfortable and has a positive experience. With a fresh pair of shoes complete, it's turnout time. Weber's halter is put on and he is led out to his large pasture. Weber gets turned out in the same pasture each day, so he knows exactly where the fence line and waters are located. He is also turned out with the same horses each day that were hand-selected based on age and similar temperament. His best friend is Mr. P, another senior horse living his best life. Weber loves his routine and familiar surroundings, and to ensure a low level of stress, once an appropriate group is determined, the staff makes as few changes as possible. Horses are herd animals, and it's important that they are with horses of similar temperament to keep their stress and risk for injury at a minimum. There will always be a pecking order to some degree, and in the wild, where horses roam on thousands of acres, they can spread out to avoid conflict. But unfortunately, in captivity, they don't have that option, so compatibility is a must. Weber has the entire day to roam around the large pasture and graze. He is usually not far from the other horses, but he moves frequently throughout the day, stopping for an occasional game of halter tag, which Weber wins, of course. Then back to grazing. And grazing. And you guessed it, more grazing. It's late afternoon and time to come back inside for the night. Weber begins to make his way to the gate as he sees the other horses being led inside. He recognizes our afternoon team and is easily caught and led back to his stall. He is brought in before dark to minimize injury and anxiety. Also, if a problem is found before nightfall, it's much easier to get a vet or farrier to the farm in an emergency before they have finished their day and headed for home. When Weber arrives at his stall, he is checked for any injuries or missing shoes that may have occurred during turnout. If something isn't right, his owner is called immediately, and our staff is trained to perform any first aid needed until help arrives. Feeding time repeats as Weber gets more grain, any supplements, and enough hay to last him through the night. His stall is equipped with an automatic waterer, avoiding the dangers of dehydration and lowering the risk of colic and weight loss. The barns are heated to 55 degrees throughout the winter, so Weber never has to worry about his water freezing and not being able to drink. Chores end with a checklist that includes walking through the aisle, inspecting each horse, and checking to make sure halters are off, stall doors are properly closed, waterers are clean and working, and Weber is eating and acting in a way that is normal for him. Weber gets one last look as our staff on site performs a nightly check before bedtime, making sure that everyone is accounted for, they are eating and drinking, and are quiet and content for the night. And then it's lights out. Thank you for spending the day with Weber and me at Showtime Farms. We hope you've watched all the videos in the series and have a feel for what it's like here every day on the farm. If not, go back and take the tour and let us show you what quality care in a premier boarding facility looks like behind the scenes. Like and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next video.